BBC controversy. The BJP claims there is a China link to this docu-series. My colleague Pranesh Kumar Roy joining us on the broadcast. Pranesh, what is the China link that the BJP is talking about?
Politics really taking off as far as the controversy around the BBC film on Modi is concerned. Mahesh Jethmalani, who's a Rajya Sabha member of parliament of the BJP, has put out a tweet. This is the tweet by Mahesh Jethmalani, and look what he's saying. Why is BBC so anti-India? Because it needs money desperately enough to take it from Chinese state-linked Huawei and pursue the latter's agenda. It's a simple cash for propaganda deal. So this is what the BJP is saying, calling it cash for propaganda, actually attributing motive to the BBC documentary that has been called as biased narrative and banned by the Modi government. The opposition wants the ban reversed. The opposition has moved Supreme Court. The opposition parties also likely to raise this in the budget session in Parliament, in floor of the House. But the BJP MP Mahesh Jethmalani now giving it the new twist. He has put out this Spectator article, the headline of which is BBC still taking money from sanctioned Huawei. Now, so much has been written and said about Huawei already. Mahesh Jethmalani is now joining us. Mr. Jethmalani, thank you for speaking to Times Now. It's an explosive twist and a massive claim on this story, sir. Your tweet.
Yes, but you know, it's fully evidenced, and I dare BBC to deny it.
Right, so you believe that all this was funded and this is a biased narrative because of the Chinese money involved in this?
Please look at in an earlier tweet today, a first tweet today, I have set out the history of anti-India inflammatory material which BBC has been putting out, right? I have linked an article by Swarajya, right, to my tweet. It says it all. Now you know why. The reason for this is because it is funded by Huawei.
Now, Mr.
It's as simple as that. This is a cash for propaganda deal, nothing else.
I was coming to that, sir. It's a very strongly worded tweet, and you know, you're not really mincing your words. You're not known for speaking your mind, and you're calling this cash for propaganda.
Yes, I am.
And this comes, Mr. Mahesh Jethmalani, at a time when many in the opposition have moved Supreme Court. They're likely to raise this on floor of in Parliament, slamming the ban imposed by the government.
There is a lot to be said about this, right? There is a lot more to be said about this. But since the matter is sub judice, it is now preferable to put all this material on record before the Supreme Court.
Now, Mr. Jethmalani, can I ask you this, sir? As a member of parliament and as a responsible citizen, will you also formally write to the government to have this investigated, this Chinese funding link that you're talking about?
Very much so. Yes, I am going to.
You are going to. And can you give us a timeline, sir? When can we expect you to write that in form of a letter more formally to the government?
I am going to ask for a ban on BBC in India.
Okay. You believe the ban on the film produced by the BJP, by the BBC, I beg your pardon, is not enough, and now you want to escalate this. You want BBC banned in India because of the Chinese funding involved.
Yes, because of the state-owned funding and the very, very controversial matter in which this funding is being hidden. They don't take Huawei has been banned. It has been sanctioned in the UK from 5G trials. But notwithstanding that fact, the BBC overseas outfit, right, is taking money and it is peddling propaganda overseas. It's not doing it to its own countrymen, but it's using Chinese money to publish their propaganda in ex-colonies like us. They think we are still colonials and we'll be slaves to this. It's time the BBC is shown up for what it really is.